Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 as the Socialist Republic of Brazil. We're the communists, and we are currently trying to build up a navy so we can go and help out things over there. I always say, like, we did our job, but as usual, the AI has a horrible, horrible time for whatever reason. I don't know. But the Allies are in a rough shape. Us having taken over all of the Americas. It's mostly the Axis, because they're not really doing anything with the Allies, who have decided to start a war against us. But we're going to make a move. We're starting to build up our navy, trying to get a little bit of presence in the North Atlantic, and then we can start ferrying some troops across. And at that point, I suspect we'll be able to punch through and end this war relatively quickly. It is 1946, though. It's going to be a while before that happens. Probably at least another year before we get sort of the critical mass of initial ships. Because we don't want to send out just a few ships and then have them get sunk. We want to build up something, but it's not going to take much. And as soon as we're over, then we're good. Then we're really good. But yeah, we're going to want to set up a fleet that does convoy protection, probably through here. You know, maybe down to here for now, these three zones here, and then later on we'll shift everything over to the right so that we can escort our ships as they do a land invasion in the UK. And then once that's done, when we take the UK, we're good, we're done. Meanwhile, resistance-wise, excellent, things are looking good over here. Resistance strength, so we can really move up someone else from there, which is going to be good. Texas is growing negatively, which means we can grab one of these dudes, send them over here as well. This has all been taken care of. Brilliant. Resistance growth. We can't really pull someone out of here, though. What about here? Natural decay, division state. There's nothing pushing it up over here, which is interesting. Oh, because there's probably not an actual city. So, instead, we're going to move up to here. It doesn't matter where in the state we position our troops, as far as I know. Yeah, we can't pull anyone out of there. You can see the city's pushing it up. And here there's two cities, Spokane and Seattle's quite big. Plus there's the adjacency stuff. Oh, that's shrinking quickly enough. None of these are moving, right? No, good. So we can move you up to, say here. Okay. It would be nice if we can ever get to the point where we can stop repairing stuff. That would be really good. At least we repair relatively quickly. And we are getting more and more and more civilian factories up on board, so that's nice. Our manpower is fine. I mean, it's been mostly static for a while. Hey, we're finally not getting attrition over here. We built up enough infrastructure to keep the supplies up. And yeah, we're really getting anxious to make the jump over to Iceland. And then hopefully from there we can do the next one right away, because if we can take Iceland, that's probably a sign that we're in a good position. We've got first carriers set up over here, and you've got your carrier fighters and your naval bombers in place as well. Very good. Very, very good. These are not, I mean, we don't have much in the way of tech. This is only level 3. We don't have our doctrines that really help out with our carriers. We don't have a good R&D people for the naval stuff. We just have generic, like, ship designer. We don't have anything that makes ours more powerful. And of course, the Brits will have a lot of it. But we don't need big navy. We just need a very focused one in the North Atlantic, and hopefully it'll have reinforcements from airplanes as well. Speaking of, I think it would be quite handy for us to get a, say, 1, 2, 3 airfield over here, 600 planes, and they build very quickly. I'm going to make it a high priority in Greenland over here. Get some planes to help us gain some more control over here. We've got some naval aerial presence here in the Labrador Sea, but the Denmark Straits would be very handy as well. So we'll see what we can do. We're mostly going to continue to ignore the Caribbean. I think we can just deal with that. Are you still getting out of supply? I thought you were done. Oh, now you're complaining about your base. Is it your own base? Or where things are coming from? I don't know. But we may want to dock some ships here anyway, so let's bring that up a little higher as well, so we can get that naval base dealt with. But yeah, I would like it if you guys could. Oh, you are also you're getting attrition as well because of the training, but you are out of supply. 14%. Your training can basically stop, so we're going to do that, so you'll use less supplies as well. That will assist in things, but it was good to get you trained up, so that's going to be okay. Alright, it's been a while since we've had a proper invasion. I think we're still pretty good there. A little bit of Soviet forces. Speaking of Soviets, well, some green going on here, but they're still losing some foothold in the Far East. The question is, are they holding over here? Looks like yes. I mean, they haven't fallen back in quite some time. Turkey joined the Axis a while ago, which is a little bit of a pain in the ass. Ooh, this is a little bit problematic, although I'm betting they don't get a ton of supplies over there. But opening more fronts against the Soviets does mean that they get thinned out in places, which is not good. How come I can't? There we go. Keep panning. Go, 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 go. All right, production. We're really waiting for. These are carriers. We do have that one built, the Class 3 carrier. Destroyer. Convoys. I'm actually going to go and kill that. And we are still waiting for the last heavy cruiser, right? I think this means some of our naval bases truly aren't being used, not just non-damaged ones. But I don't think I'm going to queue everything up. We'll just save some of the resources, which we're still kind of short on. We're now short on steel again. It's been a while since that's been a case. Can I import more? Not sure. Looks like no. A lot of places are changing their import and export laws as well, but we'll have to hold on to what we've got here. So we've got some ships over here. We've also got some aerial presence as well, which is hopefully going to help us. It's been a while since these submarines actually got killed off. They're doing a great job sinking convoys over here. Very, very, very nice. I don't have an extra sub kick around here, right? No, not yet. I'm not going to move those out quite yet. And over here, still, this is good evidence that there's still enemy ships around. We're not killing anything. We may be forcing them back to base from time to time, but it's still not safe for us to move any troops across. So we're going to have to keep an eye open on that. How about you? Okay, you're no longer being attrition, which is good. You don't have any orders, which is totally fine. I'm not going to send you across now because you'd sink. We're going to keep the game running at speed 4. Again, I said it would be about another year before we had enough of a navy to tempt a presence over there, and even then, that's a little bit dicey. But we're getting more and more airfields over here, and with just enough of an aerial presence, I will feel good about trying to defend that. Experimental rockets, let me get back to you in just a second here. Let me get these naval bombers deployed into here. Really? Can you seriously not reach? You can reach there. But you can't reach the Labrador Sea? What? That seems odd. Okay, so I'm going to reset this to 500 then. And make sure that you've got some fighter escorts over there. Huh. How do you not have range? It seems like it's closer, but maybe not. I guess it depends on, because of the warp of the Earth, and this might technically be the center point, so it sort of could start to make sense. Advanced landing crafts are done. Okay. We could get more of the extraction stuff, and that might not be a terrible idea, but no, we're going to get some rocket engines, and then we'll get some jet planes going on. I'm not going to build rockets, but jet engines are going to be good. Air wing with no mission. Oh, yeah, you need boom, 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 boom. There we go. Work the Denmark Strait. And more tech. Heavy Cruiser 4. Nice. Okay, a lot of tech is actually kicking in here. So we've got nothing else I want to get over here in the shipping. You're doing that. I don't know. Nukes, man. Naval mission efficiency. Yes. Keep working on that. And our doctrines, we did finish a long time ago, so that's good. The tank stuff is all 100% done, which is great. Yeah, we need to get the proper Marines, but I'm going to get the mechanized as well. At some point, we're going to want to switch over to that. Is it 46? It is. So you know what? Let's get the night vision, because it's a nice bonus that's going to help us out quite often. Okay. Oh, now that that's done, I want to make sure I've got heavy cruisers, heavy cruiser 4s. Permanent run. Yeah, I don't have that many factories or that many bases. Again, I'll be told that I'm not using all of them, but that's because a lot of them still need to be repaired. So I think that's probably fine ratio. I'm not sure what we're going to do. I guess what I could do as a lower priority beyond all this is go back to some submarine production after that. And I think that would be okay. Rio and Rio. There we go. There's our lines. And then we actually run out of actual factories, which is totally okay. We don't need that many submarines. Although, I mean, we did get them sunk, and they can do some good damage. We still have free military factories, although, again, they are clearly damaged because we're not getting the whole series in there. Like all this infantry equipment that's not being made. I mean, right now our need is filled, but once we start fighting, it can skyrocket up pretty dramatically. I mean, that is a lot, but is it? I don't know. Modern tanks are starting to come in, which is nice. What I will do is I will just get another modern tank production line over here to fill up those extras. Not that we're really going to use this, but it's going to be all right. Do I want to move this up at all? These are being used. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to scooch this one up. There we go. Use some filled factories. I don't think that was at the cost of any aircrafts. No, these fighters, which are fine. We have a lot of regular fighters. Marines 2 are done. We're going to start on our Marines 3. And then how's our Navy here? All right, second destroyer. I think if we can get our second aircraft carrier done, that would be nice. When is our next aircraft carrier finishing? So we're about halfway to the next one. So late in the year, maybe early winter, we're going to be able to deploy our fleet, I'd say, to the north. Yeah, let's get these. These are good changes that help out basically everything. And over here, doing some more damage, shooting down some enemy bombers. A little more damage there. Meanwhile, Soviet Union, how you doing? Is there literally no fighting going on right now? Literally no one is engaging. What? Does it not show at speed 4? Weird. Who's complaining about low supplies? Up here somewhere? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty legitimate. I'll pull you guys back a little here. Since we are going to use this as an area where our troops are going to move through, we're going to want a little bit of infrastructure, partially for the supply, but also mostly just for the speed of moving through this area. Make sure it gets moved above the repair jobs. Because, yeah, people are going to move through to here to that base and then go across. So I'll fix some of the supply problems, but it's not winter right now. I say, oh, it's winter, so it's a problem, but it's not winter. Lots of naval invasions that we're being told about that are never, ever, ever happening. Heavy tanks still slowly being dropped out in places, which is fine. Just fine. That'll become a big modern tank army, but we're going to make those switches over slowly. We don't have our first mechanized yet, right? Did we even start on the mechanized? No. Yeah, we'll have to start our way up there soon, because I'm going to want 3 levels of that so we can build the good stuff. Ah, just waiting for more ships. Good aerial presence there. There's a naval battle. There should be a lot of bombers that come by to try to assist, so that's going to be something at least. I wonder if I should make the jump across here. I mean, when was the last time we saw a real fleet? Actually, that's a great point. I haven't been thinking about that. We haven't seen a real fleet there in forever, right? So why don't I take these guys and tell them to strategically redeploy to here. And anyone else? Teal, you are just buzzing around there. I mean, we definitely don't need Alpine divisions anymore. I'll probably switch you over to regular infantry, but I'm going to get you to join Group Red. Actually, there we go. 8 of you. Join Group Red. Group Red. Oh, that was wrong. It was going to be Group Teal. So we need, for Teal, we need 13 more. So let's grab all these Alpine divisions, which are now obsolete. There you go. 13 of you join Teal. And Teal's going to be told, as a whole, strategically redeploy to here. Excellent. There should be enough supply to be able to handle that. Decent infrastructure. And yeah, we'll make the jump across with this Navy. That's actually very good. We can secure, well, what are we going to secure over there? More oil, which isn't really what we need. There is some steel in North, though. There's something to be said about that. Plus, denying oil from the Axis would be quite valuable. And actually, we can punch through there into Turkey and then open that up. That's an interesting idea. Now, some of the red guys over here were still doing some rebellion busting, but that's not really their job, is it? So why don't you come down here? Red and teal, come down here. Whereas this teal was potentially going to be part of some other damn invasion or something. Hey, what? Teal and pink. I'm going to get you guys to group up. And then just be pink over here, and that's going to be okay. Let's get... Since we still clearly need some rebellion busting, we're going to get some more MPs. Training up, and we'll send them up there afterwards, now that we're moving our real troops out of there. Yeah, we're going to get some guys over here to cross over into Africa. Probably, I was very, as always, very hyper-focused over here, but I think we can make that jump across so much safer. We have a bit of an aerial presence here. Not much. We could add more, or could we? Jesus. Wow, the air bases are really far away. That's this air base here, and it's got... Well, I mean, it has reach. Let's get this up to 300. And get some fighters in here as well. Okay. Get some vision. So once the troops arrive here, we'll take whatever fleet we've got and position them over here, because there shouldn't actually be much of a way of opposition. These islands are the ones owned by Portugal, yeah, which are still neutral. Yes? Yep. Looking to become communist. Actually, you know what? Time to stage a communist coup. Boom. In Portugal. See how that goes. Don't expect it to win. The coups don't seem to, but who knows? We might get really lucky. Alright, so yeah, things are moving out of there, which will start some rebellions on the coast over here again. But hopefully those cavalry will deal with themselves soon. Okay, so what I'm going to do, this was... Alright, we're going to call this theater Africa. Boom. And we're going to take red and teal and move them down there. So this is actually the North Atlantic Theater, is what this is. So we're pulling most of our dudes out of there for now. Later on, things will come back because North Atlantic Theater will actually be the UK invasion group. But right now, I think the Africa one is actually the way to go. What I think I'm going to do here, actually, is I'm going to take you, add you to red, and you actually will go into this pink or magenta group and go there. That's going to be okay. All right, and red, again, you are strategically redeploying to here. Make sure everyone is doing it. And teal, you're already on your way. Excellent. We could split up the tank corps, the tank groups versus other things as well, too. But we're going to get 48 divisions over into Africa. We're going to burn across the north of Africa and go there. Well, we'll try to secure what we can, but we don't need to take all of Africa. In fact, if we're going to do Africa, we're going to want like our garrison type people instead. Because they are really lightweight and we can just spam and swarm all over. I'm not expecting hard opposition in Africa, but we might just need some numbers to take that. And in fact, why not? I mean, we have the manpower, and this costs us basically no equipment whatsoever. This so-called coast garrison here. We are going to add a whole bunch of that. There we go. Very, very thin, but broad. Plus, we might want to add some coastal presence over here. You can see the sabotage kicking in again, which is a wee bit annoying. This is still resolved. And yeah, I would like a big, clear, super, negative. I think we can move some guys out of here, because I think we get like 40%, well, 0.40% per. So presumably there's 4 divisions. Yeah. So I can go and grab one and move them out. But it'd be nice if there was like a really clear color for like the ones where you're overkilling. Like here, we're way overkilling. In fact, do we need any divisions here at all? No, because they don't have an actual city in here, which is great. I mean, I could change the occupation policy, but I want to get something out of this territory, right? So we need that. Need that. You're good, but we can't pull anyone out. Over here. No, that was fine. This is... There we go. Looks like we could do that, but I'm going to leave it in here for defensive purposes, if nothing else. Minus 90. So this is a good example of one we can move out. Maybe send it to Vancouver. Okay. I don't think there's as many factories to defend in Vancouver, but it's there anyway. And yeah, protecting the coast would actually give us our naval production back up again, which would be handy. But we may not need to worry about it as much if we're coming in through Africa. That is interesting. I really did not consider that. Alright, none of these mountain divisions. I mean, I guess I could keep them as mountain. They're still good. They're still fine. You know what? I guess I will. They're technically, their stats are slightly different from the baseline, but since it would cost 6 experience points, I'm going to leave them as is. I believe the mountain divisions have reasonable organizations. Yeah, they've got, yeah, their offense, they're basically the same as the offense ones. They're well set up. Okay, I'm happy about that. These are all equipment 3, which is the latest, yeah. Artillery 3. Advanced rocket artillery, which is the 2. And then a bunch of the weapon manufacturing that doesn't really do anything. And actually, what I'm going to do is, like, kill some of those, even though, like, this is meaningless, very, in a real sense. But, ooh, the self-propelled artillery, we need to move that up to the top here to get that to actually start taking effect. And then, no, it only needs the 1 line. That's going to be fine. And then we'll get some more modern tank production. Not that it's really happening, but I'll queue it up anyway. We might gain some more. There's lots of possibility. Getting warned about naval invasions, but I don't actually see any happening for real. Okay. And then things are starting to arrive over here. So, we're going to do a so-called naval invasion from here. And we're going to land here, here, and that's it. It's interesting. And here is part of the same naval invasion. And then you guys actually are going to start a separate one from here to here, 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 and there. Okay. Take a while to get everything in position, but that's all right. Actually, I won't tell you to go quite yet, because I don't want to be surprised when you start. I want to make sure my ships are in position. I don't want to get them out too early, because I don't want to risk them sinking before a naval invasion is ready to go. We'll probably end up being able to move our destroyers out in independent convoy protection duties, but not yet. All right. Our cavalry here, can we... Yeah, we can start deploying these guys. Boom, and boom, and deploy. I'm just going to use your MPs first. I'm going to move you to here and there. I'm not as concerned about the coast units, and actually I would like them to have a little bit more experience. Since I'm not using them for policing duties, they're mostly just going to be involved in filling up Africa once we've done our landing. So these are not marine divisions, so, you know, things could go very badly. I mean, I suppose what I could do, all my infantry divisions, is I could swap them over to marine divisions for the initial landing. Or at least some of them. That's not a terrible idea. They'll lose some experience points, but we might gain a lot from it. Do a little bit of exercise. Same thing here. Yeah, you guys are already green anyway, so who cares, right? And a handful of Marines. I don't think it matters, and I'm not even sure that this is, like, even vaguely going to help. But let's get you guys practicing for a little while here. I think the plan is still going. I think they're still accruing their material while they're doing their training. But we'll see. Meanwhile, no real invasions over here. No, we're good. We're good. Everything is awesome. Excellent. Still want to make the hop across there, but definitely a hop across Africa first is going to be happy. Recon Company 4. Very nice. So those are good. Yeah, I mean, we're using the signal companies, and I think we want them to be as good as possible. It's a nice bonus. Gets more troops into battle right away. Bulgaria joins the Axis. Oh, and there was someone else as well. Kind of caught me off guard there. Legionnaire Bulgaria. So that's all Romania being held on here. Some failed attacks by the Soviets, but they haven't lost ground in a while, which is really nice to see. Even here is pretty static. I think they've lost a little bit more to Japan, but Japan's going to have such a hard time pushing in there. It's going to be okay. And honestly, there's still going to be, yeah, the conflict here between the Germans or the Axis and the Allies over here. So the whole world is now properly at war, and a crazier war than the original one. But it is late in the game here. It's really late in the game. Alright, so just a little scooch of training. If we can get maybe these guys to not be green there, then that'll be good enough, and then I'll stop it and they can re-equip themselves. Because we're probably just about ready to go, aren't we? I know, we're only about halfway. Okay, then never mind. So, something like end of October is when they'll be ready to go. We will still need to, assuming they're still preparing while they're doing this, we're going to unlock the jet engine. We're going to still need to get our people over there, and they're going to need to recharge their organization. So yeah, we don't want to have them training too long. Maybe what I'll do is at 1st of October, I will get them to stop training, and then they can get back in position. And that will be a general improvement, I think. I mean, obviously, we're training up the whole army, not just the Marines, but that's not too bad either. Oh, let's keep going down here. Strategic bombing change may come into play. No, because I think it's our strategic bombing action there, and we're not really planning on doing any of that. We started off with only 2 tech slots, and that's one of the big reasons we've been behind. Well, I don't know if we're behind. I think we've actually got a lot of things surprisingly advanced. Oh, yeah, let's get the mechanized started. I really want to start the production of that for the modern tanks. I think it still will come into play in the European theater. Getting the modern tanks backed by mechanized infantry, I think, will come into play. But we'll see. We are the 30th. You know what? That's going to be good enough. I'm going to stop the training for now, then. Did you advance? Yeah, you did still advance. Okay, good to see. Getting the ships, and then what will happen is whenever these guys are ready to go, we'll just deploy the ships over to here, hit play, and have them spread out their attack over here. Still clearly some enemy ship presence over here, so we can't get these Marines to invade Iceland yet. And this is not going to be a big enough fleet to be able to challenge the North Atlantic. I'm not going to feel confident about that. And as I'm talking... Oh, that's not a real naval battle. That's just convoys. Nice to see that there's no actual enemy convoys buzzing around over here. In fact, the thing is, though, why would the Allies... They wouldn't care about defending this. This is Axis territory, and the Axis don't have that big of a fleet. Marines 3 is done. That's great. I'm not going to care about more paratroopers. We might still use paratroopers, but they're going to be the mostly disposable kind. One thing I could do is up our military police. Actually... is probably a very, very, very good idea. Because I think that would make suppressing all that a lot easier. Where it says plus 10%, I think it's actually going to do a lot more than we actually expect there. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll be 0.44% per unit instead of 0.40. I guess it depends on how they indicate that. So it might not be that helpful, but we'll see. We'll see. There are other things to research. Maybe I could have prioritized that, but meh. Meh. How's our fleet? There's a second carrier, and it is a class 4 carrier at this point, which is nice to see. It's got some more fighters and bombers on there, plus just generally superior stats, which is great. I wonder how far away we are to our first heavy cruiser. That would be being capital ships, technically. Oh, still quite far, right, because it's using a lot of damage stuff, which is okay. We're not going to need it for this. So, how far are you? 5 days away. 5 days away. Alright, it's going to take a while for our ships to get there, so we're going to get our best admiral over here. You're going to be set to convoy escort over here. You're not looking to start fights. You're only looking to back things up. You're going to try to hopefully avoid other encounters if possible. And so now you guys are ready. As soon as you're ready to go, just go. It's in 2 days. You'll cross. Our ships have arrived. We've got naval superiority. We've got air presence. Good vision, good intel. We're just killing convoys over here. Indeed we are. Let's go visit Africa. That's very exciting. Oh, hello. Missed that. You guys over here. First of all, join Group Teal. Make you proper infantry. Give you a general. Get down there. Hold Florida for us. That's a real invasion. Didn't expect a real invasion, but I haven't been babysitting this area in a while. These guys, some of them are still moving. We're going to have to reevaluate our MP status relatively soon, but for now we're okay. There's a real invasion that happened there. But yeah, we had abandoned Florida. I'm sure they have vision. They were like, oh no, I guess we can go. All right, let's do this landing. Some of it's going to be contested, some of it will not. go and blow these guys up. Unify our front line here in a nice way. Landing against people here, but some people will land adjacently, and then we can get them to help out. Or are they all landing there? That's interesting. We're going to get the tanks specifically to do that. I mean, the tanks still move faster than infantry. Not much faster, but they do. And supply. How's that not a naval base? Well, that's a naval base. It's pretty shitty, though. So, top priority will be to get a big naval base up and running. And I don't know if we can start building infrastructure. Oh, we can. You know what? I'm just going to get this to like level 10 if we can. This is a tiny little province, but we're going to see if we can't get some infrastructure here so we can flow our resources. And I'll leave some destroyers behind here to do convoy escorting, because we need that to keep going. Yeah, it looks like they're all landing in the same province. Maybe, okay, probably because I did click on 3 adjacent ones, but only one of them has a naval base, so they're like, well, that's where we want to land. Is Liberia in this? No. We're totally independent right now. What's naval base here? It is at least a level 3. That's a little more of something. Oh, no, okay, they did spread out, because some of the red units landed over here. Okay. So, let's see here. Just make a run directly up the coast. This might get you cut off, but we'll see. And yeah, taking this territory starts to be a pain in the ass after this. We're still ferrying some guys across. Some of them may have failed in their attack, and they might be they're going to come up over here. You see how, like, red has been broken down to 10? Those divisions aren't actually gone. We lost a lot of people, but the divisions aren't actually gone. They just have retreated back across the way. Since we do have naval superiority, they can do that safely here. And we are bopping all these guys. And that's good. All right. We'll re-add you, and then we'll get the other unit types in here soon. Are you heavy tanks? Oh, yeah, that we're going to do some countering action. I don't think we need any more over there, but I will tell Teal that they do have an attack, which is going to involve... Yeah, you know what? You're going to go here, here, here. You're going to go here, there. And I think that should be okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to tell these tanks. These are heavy tanks going through the desert. This is not the way to do it, but it should be all right. We're going to add you to the red group, and we're going to re-add you to the red group, and then we'll need some more after that too, but that's going to be okay. These guys, even though it means resetting their experience again, I'm going to change them to something that actually has, I think regular infantry is going to be fine. That actually has like more artillery and stuff like that. That's going to be much better. I don't think we'll get an overrun here, which is too bad. Okay. I just want to like cut through the desert here. Actually, might not literally be the worst thing ever, because this is just taking a couple of basically infantry right now. Oh, and I'll do the same thing here. These guys here, I'm going to switch you over to be regular infantry divisions. Bam. And supplies are going to be very tight here for a good long time. But as we take a little bit more territory, I think we'll end up being okay. You guys can push that there. That's going to be fine. So what I should do is give some orders so that in the idle time people will actually act. We're going to get red to cut through this way. And we're going to get teal to push north. Okay, go. And then I'm going to manually tell them to do things from time to time. And you guys can be super aggro mode. I don't care if it extends your front lines. It makes no difference to me whatsoever. We've got another squad over here. We'll have to split up that front at some point. I think I might just leave them here for now because of the lack of supply. I'll make you into another army in the Africa group, and I'll color you, I don't know, green. But I'm going to leave you here for now. Okay, we should be able to punch through here pretty quick. These coast garrisons, I'm going to create you And you are here. Make you into a new thing. And I'm going to color all these. Yeah, the light blue I think is going to be good for the garrison, so I'm going to change you to yellow, let's say. So this is my actual garrison guys, and I'm just going to put them on garrison area duty. And I'll probably, like, just click along here. They'll auto-adjust as things get taken. Oh, fuck, I hate that so much when you click on a port. Toggle that off, toggle this on. There. Can't just paint this, huh? No, that's too bad. Make sure we've got good security there. So, I mean, I'm marking a lot of stuff that we literally, you know, it's not going to go in garrison this aggressively. We don't even control this entire Portuguese territory. I guess I'll just take it off here. Same thing with that. That's Portugal as well. This actually has a port there, so I guess we'll have to guard that. And Italy. Okay. We'll probably need to expand that at some point, but they will make their way over, which is going to be very, very good. Very, very helpful. That's being pushed back. You guys are going there. Supplies are still shit for now, but it won't be like that forever. I will try to back this up with a wee bit of infrastructure here. I mean, we're not going to go overboard. I don't know, 3's good enough. As I say, a bunch of 3s everywhere, and then once things get spread out, it should be okay. Especially as we capture more and more ports to let things flow over. Right now, our convoy number is good. It will drop over time as we need more and more of it, but so far so good. I don't want to move these guys because I don't want to increase the workload on the other side. There we go. Teal over here has finished its work. Lovely. I think what I will do is I'll actually put you, Teal, on garrison area duty here in Florida. Maybe a little further up the coast because people might be trying some more stuff. So you guys can spread out and take care of that. Meanwhile, if we take a look at our resistance map mode, all right, excellent. And over here, I'm betting we've got a big negative. Yeah, huge negative number, which is great. And that's even despite the neighboring states being jerk faces. So we're going to do that and that to spread that out a little bit. We'll revisit you soon. What about over here? Yep, good. Do that, and we'll move you up over there. That should be pretty fine. Everything is safe here. Making a big push here. Let's make sure that one of you guys actually go and capture that. Now, what I should do with our front line is tweak them. So, Teal is going north. Didn't I recolor to you gold? I don't think I locked in, did I? You are gold. And you were going to be teal. I guess that's... Oh, you're that, but I want you, like, paler. Hell, let's go, like, just white here. Just gray. That's going to be fine. Okay, we've got that. So red is going east, so I want to take the red guys, the red front, and shrink that down. To like that. There we go. Things might get a little weird before this gets taken, but we'll see how that goes. But overall, it should be a pretty good push. And a blow to the axis. So our heavy tanks will move like crap in this terrain. It's just going to be miserable. But they do still punch a huge amount of strength. They also require a lot of supply. That's like the other downside to these guys. How come red's gotten so small? They didn't get sunk along the way, did they? Did I never, like, re-give red people? I may not have given red people their stuff back. That's possible. And make sure, yeah, that's 24 divisions going that way. Good. Front lines. Yeah, they did overlap again here. So let me go and just unoverlap them. Maybe. Oh, autosave. Why would you happen right then? Here, let's do it. Come on. Okay, pause. Grab you. There we go. There. Now you shouldn't overlap going forward either. Hopefully. Yeah, you're going to do that, that. Make sure that gets taken care of, although it should happen. I mean, as far as I know, all these battles are all fine. They're all me. I don't think we're losing any of those dudes. Should be okay. So we still have 4, like, proper troops over here that haven't done anything. Over here as well. Did we get rid of all the Marines? I think I got rid of all the Marines in both groups. yeah, we got some Alpine divisions, and we've got horrible supply. But otherwise, I know where I can build. What's the T for construction? I can probably cancel the big infrastructure job over here. Here, we'll finish the last one, but the idea is to make sure there was, at least at one of the ports, there was enough inflow. But as these guys spread out, the supply problem will be less and less. There's still crap supply, but it's not the end of the world. We're accruing a little bit of data over here, so that was fine. If we are going to build any jets... Oh, this is also, right, more rocket artillery attack. I forgot about that. We can get... This is why the rocket artillery is so good. It's because you can get more over there. So I wasn't getting all the bonuses I could have. Although, it doesn't seem to have been much of a problem. There's some defenses over here, but I'm willing to bet... Yeah, these are all, like, broken. These are all broken. We can keep pushing, and we should be able to do okay over here. And then our gray groups will be moving over one by one by one to secure the area behind us. We don't have any planes over, but I don't think we need that. Everything here is hunky-dory. Take a look at our rebellion map mode. Very good. These stats are going to be a little off once we move the pink units out of there, so I may not want to do that quite yet. Here we can definitely move some divisions out, though. Same thing here. Not so much here or there. Oh, I need to keep a bit of a presence there a little longer. There we go. And nothing. Oh, over here. There is. Really? A little bit of that. Might be people messing with some of the rebellion stats. It's entirely possible. Let's go and dump out some more MPs. And actually probably build more. And luckily these are pretty cheap. Here, one more round of that. So speaking of MPs. Big push into Washington. Thank you very much. Alright, it's 1947, January. How's my fleet assembly? Okay, what's going to change here is we're going to keep 2 destroyers over here on convoy duty. And then this fleet here, Slow Scary, is going to rebase itself there and do convoy duty. Oh, you bastard. 3rd fleet. Oh, the names are too long. Can't tell which one is which. I guess it's this one here. There, there, and there. And hopefully with plane cover they're going to be okay. Let's make sure that our naval base here is actually as high up as possible to facilitate repairs. And I'm not worried about naval bombardment or anything like that, so I think we're going to be fine. And then you are going to start planning your assault. Naval invasion from here to there. You're going to lock in. I won't tell you to go quite yet, though. I'm going to establish the safety of the seas first. So, but they're just doing convoy protection, my ship, so hopefully they don't get in too many big fights. Push is still happening well here. Our gray troops are making it across, although right now they're all piled in here. How come all the gold guys are just sitting here? Probably because they're like, oh, there's not enough supply for the mission that you've told me. Because there's 24 divisions being assigned over here. So that's almost certainly it. They're just complaining about the supply counts. It's okay, just keep getting more ports. Alright, and clearly getting more MP upgrades is good, even though it's like a little bit of a sidetrack in a sense. It will help us take control over the Americas there. If we'd done this sooner, we would have been able to get more factories online a lot sooner. And wow, do I ever have to put a cut in here? I have no question, there's no question in my mind, we're going to be able to swarm across Africa with almost zero opposition whatsoever. You have no organization. You probably, let's have you sit for a second here. There's actually quite a lot of dudes getting things done over here. What about over there? I really have to put a cut in here. We're going to keep going across here, and hopefully we can... Vichy France is an enemy. So we're going to cut up through Vichy France into the Republic of Turkey, where we'll be happy that we've got Alpine troops, I suppose. And then we're going to push through there. Greece is part of the Axis. Everything here, Legionnaires, Bulgaria, and Romania, start pushing up through there. And actually, if we can just cut off these Axis troops here from supply by running up through Turkey, we can bop a lot of guys there and open up quite a few possibilities. Looks like the Soviet Union is holding this front. In fact, I think it's pushed back since last time we checked. And actually, there's a lot of positive green arrows in that direction, which is nice. As long as this is a holding action, we're going to be okay. I think things are starting to look up a bit, although we're still a long way away from finishing the war with the Allies, unless we can do some crazy stuff in the North Atlantic. But again, I'm really worried about the naval supremacy that the Allies will absolutely have. Thanks for watching, folks. See you next time.